Establishing the no-code ecosystem, the critical first step in building your modern revenue-generating project management SaaS application, is the meticulous establishment of your chosen development ecosystem and action that immediately initiates your entrepreneurial path to a successful bootstrap startup in the fiercely competitive digital space. This exciting and foundational journey begins by navigating directly to the official Bubble.io platform and completing a simple developer account setup, a requirement that instantaneously grants you access to the visual editor, which serves as the powerful core of your entire integrated development environment. It is absolutely essential to dedicate significant focus time in this initial phase to thoroughly familiarize yourself with the platform's three core components. The Design tab, which you will utilize for visually crafting the entire user interface and ensuring the application achieves a polished, professional aesthetic. The Data tab, which rigorously governs the structure of your application's sophisticated backend database and all data security. And the Workflow tab, which acts as the logical brain that defines every piece of automation and critical business logic that the application will execute. Understanding how these powerful components interrelate, communicate, and function in tandem is the ultimate key to mastering efficient no-code application development and ensuring your eventual product is not only highly functional but also inherently scalable and prepared for future exponential growth and user demands. Data architecture and schema design. Transitioning your focus to the Data tab, the creation of your application's fundamental data structure must be approached with the utmost professional rigor, as this meticulously planned schema acts as the foundational blueprint upon which all subsequent functionality, security measures, and end-user experience will ultimately rest. You must precisely define the core data types that will robustly power your system, strategically starting with the high-level project type. This crucial data container must be configured to include all essential fields such as the project name for identification, a project details text field for comprehensive description, and the mandatory project deadline date for effective schedule management. A vital step crucial for the SaaS model is creating a strong relational link from the project data type directly to the user data type for correctly assigning the project manager, which is an absolute necessity for achieving secure multi-tenant isolation and preventing unauthorized cross-client data access. The second crucial data type is task, which will serve as the central unit of work and requires granular fields like the task title, a precise task status text field to accurately track progress, and the task due date for accountability. Even more importantly, you must create a robust relational field that links each individual task entry back to its specific parent project data entry, as this comprehensive relational design is non-negotiable for effectively organizing and managing complex team workloads. Establishing this correct relational schema early on is the definitive measure that guarantees your final application will be both robust enough for demanding team workloads and meticulously future-proofed for rapid expansion within the competitive landscape of the online business in United States 2025 market. Designing the user interface and experience with the resilient and fully defined database architecture successfully in place, the strategic focus shifts entirely to the front end, crafting a high-quality, professional, and intuitive user interface that actively drives user engagement and minimizes the learning curve for new clients. The primary application screen must be the dashboard page, which needs to be meticulously designed not just for aesthetics but for maximum usability and immediate, actionable information delivery to the user upon login. Making responsive design an absolute non-negotiable priority is essential here. This practice guarantees a flawless and rapid user experience across all device types, ranging from large high-resolution desktop monitors in an office setting to compact mobile phones and tablets used by remote team members. Furthermore, the dashboard must prominently feature easily digestible key performance indicators (KPIs) and critical operational metrics. This instant visual feedback immediately provides the logged-in user with a high-level overview of all active projects and any outstanding, high-priority tasks, thereby effectively minimizing cognitive load, preventing decision fatigue, and significantly boosting overall user productivity within your powerful SaaS application. Implementing dynamic data display and input to visually and accurately display the dynamic list of active projects assigned to the current user in a structured, professional format, you must expertly leverage the core repeating group element found within the Design tab. This powerful component is specifically configured to dynamically fetch and present all relevant data entries of the project type that correspond specifically to the currently logged-in user. Within each individual cell of this repeating group, you must carefully arrange smaller visual elements including text elements, visually distinct status icons, and dynamic progress bars to clearly and efficiently showcase key contextual information like the project name, the current project status, and the percentage completion. Ensuring immediate and actionable information is constantly available to the team without requiring additional clicks. Beyond simply displaying data, a core component is crucially needed for user input, requiring you to create a dedicated, well-labeled input form. This form is ideally implemented as a modular reusable element for maximum development efficiency and should be used specifically for the swift and accurate creation of new task data entries. It must contain the exact input fields that directly correspond to every field in your task data type, guaranteeing that all necessary information is accurately captured upon submission and ensuring a completely frictionless user experience. Building core workflow logic. The next crucial phase brings the application to its functional life within the Workflow tab, where every single interactive element, whether it is a deliberate button click or an automatic field change, must be meticulously linked to a specific sequence of actions and functional business logic to absolutely ensure data integrity and reliable performance. For example, the core workflow triggered by the Submit New Project button must execute the fundamental create data operation. The very first action in this sequence must be data create a new thing of the type project, ensuring all captured input values are permanently and securely stored in your application as database and assigned to the correct user. A complete and commercially viable SaaS application also requires full create, read, update, delete data management functionality for all user scenarios, making the update logic especially vital. This necessitates building detailed logic to handle the update function, such as the common scenario when a user marks a task as officially complete. This critical completion logic is achieved by setting up a workflow that triggers upon a complete task button click, with the action executing the data make changes to a thing action, which instantly updates the task status field to complete, thereby automating real-time progress tracking across the entire platform without manual user intervention, security, and advanced feature integration. A successful and professional application requires high-level user security and strict data isolation for every client organization, making these elements mandatory for any multi-tenant system that handles sensitive business data. You must return to the Data tab to meticulously configure robust privacy rules that ensure multi-user data is strictly segregated. These essential rules dictate that users can only access the projects and tasks for which they are explicitly defined as the project manager or the task assignee, making this enforcement of role-based access control absolutely vital for application integrity, trust, and future regulatory compliance. To gain a significant competitive edge in the market, you must integrate advanced features, particularly those involving powerful AI functionality, by using the standard API connector plugin to establish a secure programmatic connection to an external artificial intelligence service like an OpenAI model or similar generative tools. A high-value feature to implement is an AI automation workflow where a dedicated summarize button triggers the AI to process all associated task description entries. and instantly generate a concise project summary text, which is then immediately saved back to the project data type. This provides immediate, valuable, and time-saving insight for the project manager, compellingly showcasing your technological innovation in the software market, monetization, and final deployment. Finally, to successfully realize the high-potential, recurring revenue SaaS business model, you must strategically integrate a leading payment gateway like Stripe, connecting your application to the global financial system. This crucial step requires setting up complex system logic where users are instantly and securely restricted from accessing certain premium, high-value features unless their subscription status is validated as currently active and in good standing. This sophisticated subscription gating sets the essential financial stage for effectively monetizing your MVP minimum viable product and generating dependable recurring revenue from your growing base of users. The conclusive stage is then dedicated entirely to a rigorous end-to-end testing protocol of every workflow, every feature, and especially every security rule, utilizing the preview mode and the integrated debugger tool. This exhaustive testing ensures the application is completely bug-free and performs flawlessly across all user types and device conditions. Once you are definitively confident that the application is stable, secure, and fully functional, you can proceed to deploy your completed work by clicking the Deploy to Live version button, officially launching your bootstrap venture and establishing a strong market presence. Post-launch iteration and scaling strategy immediately following the successful deployment of your MVP minimum viable product. The focus must rapidly and intelligently shift from the initial construction phase to continuous iteration and long-term scaling strategy. Your long-term success as a forward-thinking SaaS founder relies heavily on leveraging real-world user feedback, which you should actively gather through unobtrusive in-app forms, robust analytics tools, and direct customer interviews. This comprehensive feedback loop is what informs the priority development of version 2, which can include powerful advanced features like integrated Gantt chart visualization, real-time presence collaboration tools, and the creation of custom user roles beyond the standard project manager and assignee. You must relentlessly optimize for performance by regularly reviewing Bubble, I/O's server logs, and database indexing, especially as your active user base inevitably grows, to ensure your application remains exceptionally scalable and lightning-fast under load. Developing a robust, accessible support system, including clear tutorial videos and an exhaustive frequently asked questions section, further solidifies your market position and significantly contributes to the overall professionalism and high quality of your bootstrap online business in United Kingdom 2025.